personal and political, directed at the rebels and the man perceived to be their patron, the Russian President Vladimir Putin. As families mourn and world leaders issue angry statements, the big question tonight, will any of this change Putin's behavior? ABC's Lama Hassan is in Amsterdam. Lama?
And good evening to you, Dan. Memorial services were being held across the Netherlands today to remember the victims of MH17 for this country that has lost 192 people. That raw grief is so visible here. At Schiphol Airport's growing memorial of flowers, they were lining up to pay their respects today. Rita and her brother Mohammed knew two of the passengers.
It's unfair, and I hope justice will be done.
It was unjustified. It wasn't a plane crash. It was, I'd say, an act of terrorism.
But that anguish is beginning to turn into anger. Anger aimed squarely at the pro-Russian rebels in control of the crash site.
The rebels and how respectless they are doing things now with the bodies, and they don't allow the rescue teams in the area, and that's not acceptable.
World leaders now agreeing to apply additional sanctions on Russia, even considering banning Putin from a G20 meeting of the world's most powerful nations in November.
I think that this is the worst crisis in his political life. If he wants to avoid becoming an international pariah, he needs to withdraw everything he has in eastern Ukraine pretty much instantly.
And regardless of what President Putin does here in the Netherlands, the damage is already being done. Dan?
Indeed it is, and we can see the sorrow displayed right behind you, Lama. Thank you. And be sure to tune in to GMA first thing in the morning for all the overnight developments in what is a very fast-moving story. But we move now to a potentially game-changing development in another international crisis, the Israeli incursion